Hello, and welcome back to Common Sense for Relationships. On this show, we bring you valuable information to help you make better decisions in your life and in your relationships. Today, it's Heartbreak Cafe. And I'd like to welcome every single one of you who has joined us. Debbie, I imagine you are there, and everyone else who is joining us at this time and those who will watch the show later on. This show is not live today for obvious reasons. Well, is it obvious? Not quite obvious, but well, you will see the reason in the comments soon. My name is Anietie Bature, and today with me in the studio is my husband, Kingsley Bature.
Well, I'm Kingsley Bature, family life practitioner, licensed, coach, mentor, pastor to some, father to others, and just your general hustling businessman. But God help us. But but my wife, she always likes to keep it very simple, But she's wife, sister, mother, daughter, author of 2 books to be precise. Husband material. If you have not bought your own copy, go and grab a copy now. She is a singer, songwriter, has over 20 singles, 20 songs in the market right now, and let me not tell you everything, but some more are coming. Before the year runs out, they'll be running out. Yes. And in fact, I don't even know if I finished blowing the horn, but did I mention that she's a full-time engineer with all of these things that she's doing? Yes, I just needed to put it in perspective. So I don't think that by the time we just sit down here, we just put camera in front of us and we're just talking. No. We are serious-minded people that deal with serious issues that are happening seriously in people's lives. Do you understand? Are you getting
I
me now?
thought you were saying the lives of serious people.
In the lives of because no, some people that we deal with are not. So let me. no. I wanted to say some people we deal with are not okay. But I realize that even me too. I'm not normal. So if you think you are talking to, I'm not okay because I'm extraordinary. Those are not ordinary people. Anyway, I needed to blow her trumpet because she will not blow her trumpet, and if she doesn't blow her trumpet, I'll blow it for her.
Thank you very much. Okay, all right. So, yes, I think this is a beautiful time to let you know that if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, then there's something that you have not done, which is important. So please go ahead and do it. And while you listen, if you hear, not if, you will hear really good information, please go ahead and like. And because you can't like more than once. After liking the first like, the other likes, please let them be expressed in the comments section by putting in some emojis or something, just because feedback is really important. And it also helps to get the word out to other people. And also share. Yes. Share to your friends, share to your loved ones. Like we say, or like my husband loves to say, share to your enemies.
It's a very good sharing.
Yes, share to everybody. Okay, so today on Heartbreak Cafe, we're looking at breaking up successfully.
And did you tell them about what Heartbreak Cafe is? It's the cafe where people's hearts that are broken, we mend it.
Yeah, and
together,
so while you're over there in your house or wherever you are, you can just get your cup of coffee or your favorite drink, something that you can just sip on while this show is going on. Yes. And the thing is, there are so many people that are in relationships. Some of them are not really happy or excited about that relationship, but they're still there because they're wondering, how do I break up with this person?
How do I get out?
I don't know how. How do I even tell that it's the right thing to do and so on? What's the best way to go about it and so on? So today we're going to talk about those. Okay. So my darling husband, it is time for us to delve into this issue.
So dive.
Yes. So first and foremost, like we always say when it comes to relationships, that you need to start by knowing yourself.
Yeah.
What are you about? What are your values? What is your dream, or what are your dreams? What do you see about your future? All of that. Just know yourself. What kind of life do I want to have? What kind of quality of life do I want to have? A lot of things about yourself. Why do I act the way I do, and so on? Because when you know those things, then you're better able to decide or to deduce the kind of person that should be your life partner. It kind of makes the whole thing easier. So when it comes to breaking up, you also have to start with yourself. And that is by preparing yourself. So what are you really doing here? This is where you sit down and think about this thing that we are doing, this relationship. Is it working? Is it not working? Should I stay or should I not stay? What are the problems that we are experiencing in this relationship? And what is the solution? If you say the solution is to break up, you have to be convinced that that really is the solution. Because if you say break up and then the problem is not solved or the problem doesn't go away, then you haven't fixed it. Or maybe you say break up, meanwhile, there's actually treasure in that relationship. It's worth fighting for.
So really it's a case
or
of
the issues are minor that you can easily address. I mean, then you have lost something of value because you weren't able to sit down and get down to the bottom of the issue and realize that what was the solution wasn't a breakup, but was some other kind of adjustment. So
I think I would look at it in this way. Given the time that we have, we may not be able to address how do you know when to break up, because that itself is an entire episode. So we may remove that and just tell people focus on how to break up well. You know how to break up and you don't break each other up in the process. Do you understand?
Yes.
You don't break up and then because we are breaking up, everybody's heart is shattered and it's like broken eggshells. You know that Humpty Dumpty cannot put together again.
It's Humpty Dumpty that they could not put together.
That's what I'm saying. Now, by the time the people break up these days, they are so broken that you can't put them together again because you hear the crying, the wailing. And so I remember just too funny. I watched one of his clips. That guy is not okay. Anybody that knows him tell him he's not normal. But I remember watching him a few days ago, and he said that he's the strongest man on earth. And they asked him what's his superpower. Say he has been through 4 breakups, 4 heartbreaks, and he didn't cry. But you see, other people break up and they are crying up and down. Some people don't eat for days because they were sad. So what we are really talking about in this episode is if you are the savvy or the server, so whatever your role is, to do it so that everybody enjoys the breakfast.
Enjoy, okay.
Yes, you make the breakfast enjoyable. Like you said, if you have found out that breakup is inevitable, then let's make it enjoyable for everybody. And one quality I pick out is that quality of fairness. Just be fair to your next human being. You wouldn't want somebody to leave you in a dump or in a heap. Don't leave other people in a dump. Don't make it such that they can't put themselves together again after you. I mean, it's not usually worth it. So
all right. So you say enjoy. I think I'll go with endurable.
No. Why?
No, just leave it there.
No, listen. Why I say enjoy?
I don't see how anybody's going to enjoy a breakup. So you can stick with it, or me, I will stick with endurable because I know that it is not easy. So let's just leave it at that.
No, really, I know it's not easy. I've had a few breakups, but all the ladies that I broke up with,
they enjoyed the breakup.
We are still friends. Let's put it that way.
Doesn't mean they enjoyed it.
No, but in fact, one of them are not trying at all.
Why are you dragging this matter? Please leave it. We don't have time. Let's continue with the next one.
Okay.
So reflect on your decision, okay, to know that this is the right thing to do. Have your conviction about it, and then choose the right place and time. Please try not to do it on the person's special dates like birthday or maybe during the holiday,
special events
or something. Yes, please try. And then for the place, make it a place that is public enough so that there's some safety built in, right? But also private enough so the person doesn't feel embarrassed.
And I agree with you.
Yeah. So, and even if you're let's say you went somewhere to eat or maybe somewhere, try to share this information in such a way that it doesn't draw the attention of so many other people and the person feels like you really embarrassed at the public. Okay, so the next one, number 2, there's 6 we're going to talk about. Number 2 is be honest and direct.
Yeah, honest and direct. For me, that honest and direct, I remember a movie that you made me watch where the lady tried to break up with the boyfriend, but every time she's trying to break up with the boyfriend, the guy gets so emotional that somehow she comes back, and then her friends are asking her, have you done it? How did it go? Share the details. And she'll like, yeah. And then you've not done it right.
Yeah.
So it can be a bit difficult to be honest and direct. That if you are not trying to shatter the person, being honest and direct can be a bit difficult. But I know you can share a few tips on how to help this honest and direct.
So yes, the truth is important, but package it in a way that it's not like you're burying an axe in their neck, you know?
Right.
So for instance, you want to tell the person the reason that I'm leaving is because you smell. So maybe you will not tell them I'm leaving because you smell. So maybe it will be something like, you know, you could do a little better with hygiene and something, you know, just think about, I don't know what your peculiar situation is, but think about it and then try to package it right. Maybe you can ask AI for help. Go to
AI is not emotional. So
no. You can tell them, please be emotional, be kind in the answer you give me.
You know, Oyibo emotional and Nigerian emotional. So maybe you tell the AI be emotional the Nigerian way. I don't know how it's going to help us.
So, but you understand what we're saying? Just package it in a way that the person doesn't feel terrible. That your statement of what
sorry to cut you. I was going to, how would you like someone to tell you that same thing?
Okay, so in other words,
so put yourself in the person's shoes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you very much. That was a great way to wrap that. And then of course be kind and be firm. Realize that sometimes there will be a reaction. Somebody might just start crying, someone will start making promises like I'll change, I'll do better, I'll never do that again, and stuff like that. But you have to remember your conviction and be firm. Okay? So that's number 2. Now number 3. Number 3 is listen and acknowledge.
Yeah.
So when you're breaking up with this person, all that feedback, listen. All the, but I thought listen, whatever it is, even the cry, like, I don't think I can live without you.
Say lie.
Listen and acknowledge, you know.
You see that one. I don't think I can live without you. Say lie.
No, it's what they are thinking now. Maybe they'll realize later. So don't just
don't agree. That one, just that one. Don't agree. Say lie.
So stay calm and listen. Get the feedback. Okay. And another thing is, apart from acknowledging their hurt, their pain, their anxiety, their fears, and so on, there's also the part of you listening, because it's not only you that's going to talk. The person may also decide, I want to share my own 2 cents with you about you. So you should listen, and they may just give you some valuable information that will help you do better in the next relationship, right?
Yeah.
They can tell you, oh, this you did not do well. This or that stuff you don't usually handle well. Next time when you're in a relationship, try this or try that.
I think you have an experience in that. Well, there was something you shared one time.
Yes.
About how even after you broke up with someone, you had to have a sit down with them and almost give them a manual of like, okay, in your next relationship, do this, because these are things that you don't do very well.
Yeah.
And I think that's really
it was mutual. So
it was mutual.
Person shared some. I guess we're both better for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, acknowledge, stay calm, and then number 4, respect their feelings.
Yes.
Be sensitive. Okay, recognize that this is not going to be a pleasant experience. Recognize that some of the things you're going to say, no matter how nicely you quote it or you present it, might still be hurtful.
Yeah.
So be sensitive, and with that, do it in a way to the best of your ability that you will minimize the hurt and the pain. And please try not to be abusive.
Yes, try not to be abusive. On being sensitive, please, guys or ladies, I don't know, please. Don't break up with somebody on WhatsApp or text message. I beg. Let's be mature. We need to be mature to be in a relationship in the first place. If you cannot be mature enough to be in a relationship and have a conversation with a person face to face, don't do that.
Unless you feel there's a safety component.
If you feel there's a safety, call police or something.
I'm just show up before you show up now and break up and the person just brings out
no, but
if it's that kind, please use WhatsApp.
Use wisdom. No, use wisdom. If it's that kind, use wisdom. But I'm talking about regular,
Yeah.
standard relationship. Don't use, because I've done it. I did it. I wrote a letter and broke up, and that was back in the day, and wrote a letter to the lady. Right now, that's like WhatsApp, right? But it didn't go down well. But what I did was, because I had to go through a schooling, because I was going to make a point that some of the reasons why people are not direct is because people really don't know how to be direct. People don't know how to do what they need to do. So sometimes they need to go through a schooling. I went through a schooling after breaking up with my babe at that time with Letta. I went through a schooling, understood myself, and I looked for her. And this was before I entered another relationship. I didn't enter another relationship. I looked for her and had a sit down with her. I went to her house and I had a sit down with her, and I explained the reasons why I had to break up with her. And I acknowledged, which was part of the film, I acknowledged that I was very childish in the way I did it before. But that didn't mean I was changing my mind. It just meant that I know I need to do this. So I told her, if you have any questions, ask me. And that was how we dealt with that. We are still friends till today. In fact, I still spoke to her mom like last month. Do you understand? So I mean, that's how to keep relationships healthy, because you never know where you meet the person. Or maybe it may not even be you, it may be your children or your sibling or something. So keep relationships alive, good relationships. All right.
Okay, so part of respecting their feelings is avoiding the blame game, right? So rather than say you did this, you did it, your fault, think about how you felt about the different things. I feel this, or I felt that, in that way. It's just like the way you say, you never tell me that you love me. Do you understand? But maybe change that to, I feel unloved.
Yes.
When I don't hear you say. So
you
that
love
kind
me.
of stuff.
So what you say in family life practice, we speak about it as principles that you need, that help you separate the person from the problem.
Nice.
Do you understand? Separate the person from the problem.
All right, number 5. Set boundaries. So this is where you discuss the next step. So what do we do after here? Because if you're broken up, what's going to happen? Don't call me tomorrow morning like you usually do. Do you understand? For instance, don't come to my house. Don't buy stuff and take to my mother's house. Do you understand? don't do all those things that you
used to do.
Yeah, exactly, because of. Okay, so how often should we now speak to each other if we are breaking up? Is this breakup as in you are out of my life completely?
Are we just taking a break?
Yeah, is this breakup maybe settling back into friendship mode or something? You have to actually, or maybe someone will say, we will eventually get to friendship mode, but for now we need to cut off from it. I need complete separation to be able to recover from this.
The reason for this sometimes is because people have different personalities, right? The different personalities that people have show up in their relationships. So some people cannot break up with you and still be your friend, right? But I also say that the fact that you broke up with them, even if they can't be your friend, doesn't mean they now have to become your enemy, right? Because there are different cycles of friendship, right? Different cycles. So if they break up from being your lover, they can come back to being an acquaintance, and you don't owe an acquaintance anything apart from hi, hello, goodbye. You understand? So we need to make those gradations, right? And say, if I'm breaking up with him, yes, cannot be your friend, but doesn't need to be your enemy. Just set the boundaries that ensure that they stay out, they have minimal influence in your life and your day.
Okay. So for anybody who is watching this, I would like to ask, if you have been through that kind of difficult breakup and it was really terrible, please just feel free to share. I encourage you to share so that others can learn from your story. Just let's know what happened, high level, and what kind of impact it had, and possibly how you recovered.
And I would also add that because we are trained and licensed counselors, I would also add that if you do need to speak to a counselor because of unresolved traumas, you can send us private message in the chat box or in the comment section. We will reach out to you, or our team will reach out to you, so that we can have deeper conversations, so that if we can resolve some of these traumas, your relationships going forward will be a bit more healthy. They won't be corrupted by the virus of the past.
All right. And then finally, number 6.
Fantastic.
Take care of yourself.
Yes.
Because whether you like it or not, breakups are hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need to give yourself time to heal. Don't be in a hurry. Don't try to be tough and all of that. It's not a problem, and you just sweep it aside and maybe fill up the space with a lot of activity and assume that by being busy or stuff that the whole
Or jump into another relationship.
or that the hurt and the pain is gone. You actually have to deal with it. Okay, get support. Sometimes you might need a friend
or friends.
Yes, friends. A shoulder to cry on. Preferably somebody of the same gender.
But yes, before
that
attachment syndrome
so
will begin to happen.
You not now transfer the affection and say, oh, he was there for me in my time of need.
I hear you.
Latch on to this other person, and then that becomes the basis for.
I've been there as a promising young man. I've been in that place where you were a shoulder to cry on, and then you became the shoulder to hang on, and then you started hanging on the shoulder.
Yeah.
But I needed her to come and deliver me. She has a way of. So that's why I say, if you want to, she has a way of breaking up successfully, so that you can free you.
Yeah. So lean on your friends.
Yeah.
If you need a therapist or a counselor, reach out for help and so on, and give yourself time to heal.
Yeah.
Fact is, if you do these things that we have discussed, right? Of course, you can see that there's room for you to adjust it according to your situation. Yes.
Yeah.
If you do this, you will be able to end that relationship in a way that both parties walk away without being destroyed. Yes. And that's
Fairness.
Yes.
Fairness.
So let the person move on whole.
Yes.
Right? You may feel hurt, but you are not destroyed. You're not broken into pieces. You are not shattered. Yes, you are not hopeless. Yes. There's still the will to wake up and do life the next day.
Yeah. We have to break up and walk away from relationships with head held high. Yeah, that's the best way. Mutual breakups, especially if you do these things and you can outline them and both of you understand why this has to happen. I mean, nothing better. Yeah.
All right, so that's it for our show today.
Yes, on Heartbreak Cafe. And maybe the next one we'll bring you is to know how to know when it's time to break up the relationship. When you know how to know that this relationship is not going anywhere, let's end it.
Nice.
That would be a good one.
That would be good. Then if you want to turn it to a biology class, you call it characteristics of a relationship that needs to end.
I think that's a good place. That's a good place to leave it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Yeah.
And see you next time on Common Sense for Relationship. Remember, like we always say,
common sense is not so common.
Bye.
Bye.